Let us see basics of array, 1D array initially, and about its initialization. So what you are seeing basically is a array initialization. This max num elements is 4. Okay, so in one variant we are initializing it with 4 elements. So that's a very clean one. It's array of 4 elements. That's fine. In another variant we are not specifying the dimension and we have 6 elements. So that's also a no confusion case that it's an array of 6 elements. But there are two cases which are like a bit doubtful. We have max num elements 4, but we are giving 2 initializers. So the question arises, is it an array of 2 elements or 4 elements? And if it is an array of 2 elements, what happens to the remaining? If it is an element of 4, if it is an array of 4 elements, what happens to the remaining 2 elements? And then if you have the vice versa case that you are giving more initializers, then does the array become bigger than 4? It becomes array of 6 elements. So that experimentation we will do and find out. Okay, so let's see the code. This is a very handy technique used at various places. So what you do is you want to compute the length of the array, that means the number of elements of the array. So what you do, you say size of the array divided by size of one element, and you take the 0th element, any element with 2. So understand, size of array is returning the number of bytes in the array. It is not returning the number of elements in the array. Size of anything is returning how many bytes it is taking. And if we think what is an array, let's say we draw a picture. So what is an array? It's basically a contiguous storage of elements of the same type. So if it is an array of integer, then all these are integer, and if it is an array of pointer, then all these are pointers, and if it is an array of double, all these are doubles, and if it is an array of array, all these are arrays. But it is a repetition of the same element one after the other. So how many, if we have n elements, let's say, and length of one element is let's say size of int, so the array size will be size of int into n. So what we are doing is we are taking the whole size of ARR, and divide it by size of one unit. So we will get n. So that's the simple mathematics applied here. At line number 13 we are computing the length, and then we are just printing, here is the length, and we print length elements. We say these are the contents, we space separated, print the integer, we put a new line to make it look good, and for the sake of understanding we are printing size of also. I typecasted to int here because size of array on my platform was returning %. I mean it was like long integer, so either I had to use %ld. So to avoid confusion, I typecasted to int. That's just doesn't matter. So I will run it and I will show what output comes, but let me first explain the right answers anyway, then we will run it and see it also. So line number 8 is anyway no confusion, it is 4 elements. Line number 11 also, it is 6 elements. Line number 9 and line number 10, the basic rule is that if you have specified the dimension, it is that dimension. Okay, so I have specified that we have 4 elements, so the story is finished here. There will be 4 elements. So now the question is that, okay, line number 9, if we have 4 elements, what happens to the 2 elements which are not given a value? Do they become garbage? So they don't become garbage. The fact is that you can say like this, you can say I will type it here. So first thing, it is 4 elements, remaining 2 become 0. Okay, so they are guaranteed to become 0. If you initialize an array, the entire array will be initialized, so there will not be any garbage there. Okay, and if you are at line number 10, if you do line number 10 variant, then again 4 elements, as I said, again 4 elements, and obviously the remaining 2, the extra 2 elements are discarded. Okay, So they are discarded, because what else to do? I have space for only 4 elements, you have given 6 elements, I will discard it. You will see that the compiler wants, compiler says that something wrong is going on, warning is there, but that's about it. So let's just quickly run it and see. So line number 8, it would be 4. Let me just run it and demonstrate that. So let me compile it. I will use minus WL as a good practice, and let me run it. So you can see length is 4, elements are, so no confusion case, that's fine. Let's try the line number 9 variant. So we are saying 4 elements, but only 2 are given. So the remaining, you will see that the remaining will become 0. So let me compile and run, and you notice that they have become 0. They are guaranteed to be 0. Okay, it's not a chance that they became 0. Okay, now we have 4 elements, but we are giving 6 initializers. So let me compile it and let me make space, because it will warn and you need to see the warnings. So let's and it wants excess elements in initializer, and even it tells extra 2 elements are discarded. So one thing is that always read errors and warnings carefully. They give lot of information. Second thing is, these are just warnings. That means the a dot out is still created, and if you run, the elements are still assigned. Okay, so if you are getting all warnings, it gets still compiled. Of course, you should not have those warnings, so that's fine. And the last case is simple. You have 6 elements, you never specified the dimension, so it deduces the dimension from how much elements you have given, that much it takes as the dimension. So that's not a confusion, but let's run it, and it takes 6 elements. Length is 6 and size of array is 6 into in my platform size of int is 4, so 6 into 4, 24. In your platform size of int may be different, you may be getting a different size of the array.